First, I want to say, Call Allah, all glory, honor, and praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. I want to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. We're going to get in this lesson today of how Babylon the Great, aka America, is going to get the judgment of the whore. It's going to get stoned and burnt. As as the scriptures, those are judgments a whore would get. And Babylon the Great, America, is getting 2 for 1. So we're about going to that in this lesson. Revelation 17, verse 15. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. So this is talking about America, Babylon the Great, because America is known as the melting pot. That's one of its nicknames, because all types of people from around the world, different nations, are here in Babylon the Great. And a lot of variety in Babylon the Great. Verse 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So America's allies, NATO and EU, they're going to hate America because they realize, America's, not shit. So they're going to turn on America. America's allies are going to turn on them. And the allies are going to shoot their missiles at America as well as the rest of the world. And same with Israel as well. Verse 17. For the Most High Yahweh hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. So in hearts, when you go into the Greek translations of hearts, it means lab, and that which means mind. So the Most High Yahweh is going to put it into the minds of America's allies and their enemies to shoot these ICBM missiles at Babylon the Great and Israel. Verse 18, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth, which is telling us, confirming that this is America, Babylon the Great, because America is the powerhouse of the world right now. But right now, as we see, is losing its power because Yahweh Shem Shai is taking it away from it day by day. Deuteronomy 22, verse 21. Then they shall bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house, and the men of her city shall stone her with stones that she die, because she had wrought folly in Israel to play the whore in her father's house. So shalt thou put evil away from among you. So this was back in the ancient times where, Yahweh Shem Shai was dealing with us as people. And if a woman was playing a whore in Israel, we're supposed to, take her out of her father's house and stone her to death because she's bringing folly to Israel. So stoning is part of the judgment. And then we go to Leviticus 21, verse 9. And the daughter of any priest, if she profane herself by playing the whore, she profaned her father, she shall be burned with fire. So this is what happened back in the ancient times, in the ancient world. If you're a whore, if you're a woman, you're a whore, you'd be stoned to death. But if you're a whore, if you're a daughter and you're a whore of the priest, your father is a priest, you'll be burned to death. So we can see America is playing a whore, and that's what it's called. America is called Babylon the Great whore. And now Babylon the Great, America, is getting 2 judgments on it, which would be stone and fire. Because those ICBM missiles basically act like stone, getting hit with stone, and then they're going to produce fire upon impact. Zechariah 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague where the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. This is definitely talking about ICBM thermonuclear missiles when it hits Babylon the Great, America, and Israel because of what they have done to the children of the Most High, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. When we were serving hardcore bondage slavery over here in America, Babylon the Great. 2nd Ezra 16, verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. And that's the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai telling us that he's using ICBM missiles as a part of his judgment for Babylon the Great and Israel. Verse 13. Behold, the plagues are sent, and they shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer return it not backward, even so the plagues that shall be set upon the earth shall not return again. So once the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bashem Yahshai, decides, not just missiles, famine, pestilence, division between the people, and then ultimately the final judgment will be those ICBM missiles. Once the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, Yahweh descends to send these plagues, they're not going to stop. They're just going to keep coming. So, and in verse 15, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. And the foundation of the earth right now is America, Babylon the Great, because that's where everyone looks up to in this world. So Babylon the Great, aka America, is going to be consumed with fire by those ICBM missiles hitting it. This is Isaiah 34, verse 4. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as a leaf falleth off from the vine, and as falling fig from the tree. So when it means the skies, the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, it's talking about those mushroom clouds, because the ICBM missiles hitting Babylon the Great, Israel, probably other parts of the world too, because everyone's going to be shooting their missiles. Verse 5. For my sword, and what sword means, sword is a killing instrument. It could be any killing instrument, a gun, grenade, a tank. But in this case, this killing instrument in verse 5 is a missile. As we read, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. That's alluding to a missile, because only a missile can be bathed in heaven. Only a missile could be up in the sky. Verse 5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment, which is Babylon the Great, in Israel. Verse 6, the sword of the Lord Yahweh Shemashai is filled with blood, and is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord Yahweh Shemashai hath the sacrifice in Basra, which would be Babylon the Great, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, which would be Babylon the Great, aka America. Verse 7, and the unicorns shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and the dust made fat with fatness. Verse 8, for it is the day of the Lord's Yahweh Shai's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. So Yahweh Shai is telling us the reason this is happening is because of what is payback for what Esau Edom done, the so-called white men did to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the chosen people of Yahweh Shai, which should be the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. It's payback for what the so-called white men done to them, while they were in hardcore slavery, in America, under the so-called white man, Esau Edom. Verse 9, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become a burning pitch. And this is Talking about Babylon the Great, America becoming a lake of fire. Verse 10, it shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. So after, the lake of fire, that Babylon the Great, America will turn into, after the lake of fire, dies out, dries out, America, Babylon the Great, will become a desert that only the beasts and lizards will inhabit. No human or person will ever inhabit Babylon the Great, aka America, ever again. It's just a memorial, a piece of land that's desert for the wild beasts to inhabit. Revelation 21, verse 8. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. So as you can see, the two judgments are right here for Babylon the Great, America, which is fire and brimstone. The brimstone being, the ICBM missiles, impacting it, hitting America, then producing fire, which are both the two judgments, as we read in the previous precepts. So Babylon the Great, aka America, is getting a 2-for-1 deal, basically. It's getting two judgments of a whore, because that's what it's been all this time. And that's going to be the second death, for those who don't make it through Jacob's trouble. And, they take that RFID micro C hip. They're going to be in this lake. 2 Ezra 15, verse 6. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things, in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cry unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. So right now, the hopeful elect, we're complaining to Yahweh Shem Shai, and we're hastening the day that he brings judgment, because we are tired of witnessing, this wickedness on the earth, these abominations on the earth, like it says in Ezekiel, put a mark of exemption on them, of those who complain about the abominations that go thereon. And that's what the hopeful elect we're doing, and we're hoping to get the mark of exemption, because we are complaining to Yahweh Shem Shai continually about, the abominations that are on this earth, the wickedness that is on this earth. And, especially in Babylon the Great, aka America. That's why it's going to get judged with stone and fire, like a whore. And same with Israel, because they're the two main places that produce these abominations and put it out to the earth. 2 Peter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. And that's those ICBM missiles burning up the wickedness, Babylon the Great and Israel. Babylon the Great being America. 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? So right now, verse 12, let me read. Looking forward and hastening unto the coming day of the Most High, wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. So this is telling us that, ICBM missiles are coming on that day to Babylon the Great, America, and Israel. Those places that produce abominations to the earth. Verse 13, nevertheless, according to his promise, we look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And, that's what the hopeful elect are looking for. We're looking for an earth that dwells in righteousness. So we're tired of this place, tired of wickedness that's promoted on the earth. Verse 14, wherefore, beloved, seeing that you look for such things, be diligent that you may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. So right now, we are working hard that we may be of that number. So we get out of this place. So these 2/3 can die. 2/3 of heathens can die and be judged. And we have Yahushua lead 144,000 and be established on this earth to rule in righteousness. With that, I want to say, call Allah, all glory, honor, and praises due to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Kakadash. I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles, the great millstone, who teach and rule well. I want to say peace and citations to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, I pray that was edifying lesson. With that, I want to say shalom.